Okay, so join me in getting comfortable on your seat, in your couch, and let's go ahead and close our eyes. And we're going to take 4 deep, relaxing, and conscious breaths. So I invite you to really notice and feel the air entering in through your nose, how it feels going down into your chest, your lungs, gently lifting and expanding your chest and your rib cage. And then that gentle relaxation, gentle contraction as you exhale the air out your body. So let's go ahead and take 3 more of these conscious and deep breaths. And I invite you to put your hands on your chest, maybe on your heart.
Oops.
Oh, yeah, as long as you can hear me for now, it's fine.
Yeah, the universe has got tricks on me here.
Putting your hands on your chest. And I invite you to feel and sense. Just observe what you're feeling under your palms. Maybe your heart beating, your pulse, maybe the warmth of your skin through your clothes, or maybe just the fabric. And receive a breath. And I want us to thank our body. So I invite you to internally just tell yourself thank you. And we're thanking the body, this internal cosmos, cells, tissues, organs, fluids, working day in and day out in full support of us moving through this life, moving through space and our experiences. So let's just go ahead and thank ourselves one more time. Thank you for this unconditional support and love. And as we're here, I invite you to feel, sense, or imagine that surrounding you is a beautiful light blue, maybe the hints of green and white sparkles, like a mist, just fully surrounding you. And we're going to breathe this mist in, breathe this light into our body. And this blue, greens, and white light is very wise, very nourishing, and calming. And so, with every breath we take, we can't help but breathe it in. So, this light enters in through our nose and starts to swirl around up through our nasal cavities, behind our eyes, the back of our eyes, into our eyeballs, swirling up into the brain. And the white sparkles of this light are slowly activating and turning on the cells within our body like little glowing lanterns. And the blue and the green hues are just giving us a sense of calm, a sense of being held, a sense of safety. And our cells are starting to expand, maybe stretch and wake up as they're turning on, like glowing little white balls of light. And with our breath, this light goes down, down through our throat, And it's activating our chakras as it's moving through as well. So it's been up in our brain, kind of around, marinating, activating our crown chakra, activating our third eye from inside out, just gently rebalancing, repairing, strengthening the inner parts of our chakra system, our energy centers. And this light is swirling down around our throat chakra and swirling down and around our pineal gland and the base of our skull, our brain stem. And this blue, white, green light swirls into our spine, and it starts to integrate calm, wisdom, strength, deep understanding, and a deep connection. And it's going into our spine and then slowly branching out into our nervous system. So it's allowing our parasympathetic body to just relax, our veins to just relax, our senses to just relax. And this light is swirling through us, and from our spine, it's emanating outward, so into the front portion of our body, still swirling and turning on all of the cells like little lanterns. And this light is now being drawn to the heart, your physical heart. And this light is entering in, moving through the tissue of your heart into your blood system. And your heart is starting to pump this really magnificent light, this white, sparkling blue and green light. And it's pumping it through your whole body, your whole circulatory system, nourishing, revitalizing, rebalancing all of your vital organs, your liver, your spleen, your intestines, your kidneys, your heart. It's going into all the various off branches of your veins, so your venules and capillaries, going into your skin. This light is going down, down. Each breath in, we're pushing and pulling it down, and it's swirling down through our hips, our bones, our knees, down our calves, out the tips of our toes and the base of our feet. And this light now is being almost like a laser energy going through the earth. And we can feel this energy that's also mixed with our own energy. But it's going down, filtering through all the various layers of the earth. We can feel it connecting and moving through all of the root systems of the plants, the trees, the mycelia, going down through all of the various like the minerals and the life forms, the bugs, everything going through, down into the various rock bed, into the crystalline grids below, deep into the earth, into the magma, the core of the earth, and into the center of that. We're going deep into the earth's heart chakra. So this energy is going in, and we're connecting with the earth star chakra. And as we're here, I invite you to feel this energy being deeply connected, deeply filtered into the star chakra, into the earth, feeling supported. And we start to feel her pulse, her heartbeat, Gaia's heartbeat. And the light, this grounding cord of light that we have rooted into her, starts to vibrate. And it's pulsating her heartbeat. So, this vibration of the Earth's heart starts to vibrate back up through all the layers of the Earth, through all the crystalline grids, all the nutrients and life forms, the root systems. This is vibrating up almost like if you strum a guitar or pluck a guitar. It has this vibration, and this is the vibration that's coming up this grounding cord we've sent down, but it's the vibration of the Earth's heart. And so it's vibrating and pulsating up now through our feet, up through our body. This vibration of energy from the Earth's heart is going through us, up, going out the top of your head, out the crown chakra, and fountaining around you. So 360 degrees around you. And I invite you to just sit here and see, feel, sense, imagine this new energy that is created, this fusion of these blue, green, white sparkles of this really wise divine light that we've breathed in, mixed with our own energy signature down into the earth, and this heart energy, the earth's heart energy coming up and blending. And with your space here, you can put your hand out and put your hand under the stream of light and just feel almost like a waterfall of light. You can feel, sense, imagine this new energetic signature just gently kind of running down on your hands. If you put your hand out to kind of have it, this waterfall of light land on your hands. And as we're here, I invite you to notice that in front of you is a beautiful door. And on this door is a symbol, a very unique symbol. And this is the symbol of your heart space. It's a sacred symbol unique to you. I invite you to notice what the symbol looks like, the shape of it, maybe what it's made out of. And I invite you to walk up to the symbol and gently touch it with your fingers. As you do this, the symbol starts to glow, and you're starting to feel a warmth under the symbol. And this glowing and warmth is in recognition of who you are, of your energy. And intuitively, this door opens up and it welcomes you inside. I invite you to go ahead and take a step into your heart space. As you enter in, you get this gust or waft of energy, and this waft is of unconditional love. This hits you with this great sense. This shifts the energy. You've stepped into the epicenter of who you are. The heart space is full of love, full of creativity, full of potential. In the center of your heart space, you notice a column of light emanating from the ground up to the cosmos. I invite you to go ahead and step into the center of this beam of light. As you enter in, you can feel almost like a tingling sensation, or something shifts from the base of your feet upwards as your body starts to dissolve and become one with this light. Can you please state your full name out loud for me?
Babette Stanbridge.
Thank you. I'm going to be silent for a moment while I open your records. I will let you know once they're open. You can be in this light column and just feel this energy. You can explore your heart space, but I'll let you know once the records are open. Okay, your records are open. I'm going to call in the channeling guides. I surround us with 5,000 angels, beings of love and light. Thank you. Please hug us and lift us with your wings of grace, understanding, joy, peace, love, unity, creation, perseverance, resilience, deep understanding, connection, creation, existence, excitement, calm, clarity, showing us the way forward. Thank you. Please lift our hearts up to the light. Up, 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 high, high. Thank you. I invite Orion, my primary channeling guide, to please step in and lift my vibration to the highest and healthiest frequency for this session today. Thank you. I ask that you lift Bobette's energy as well to whatever level she's willing, comfortable, and allowing. Allow her to relax her heart and her mind so she can feel the energy, receive the guidance to whatever level she's willing, ready, and accepting. Thank you. I invite the archangels. I invite the highest, best, most loving, and easiest to connect to channeling guides. May enter now. Thank you. Any other beings of high love and light that know Bobette's timeline, that would like to offer love, hold space, assistance in the session. Thank you. Okay, you may open your eyes, you can keep them closed, whatever feels right for you. I do have a channeled message that wants to come through, so I will allow that. Greetings, my beloved. It is I, Archangel Gabriel. It is important that you understand that, yes, indeed, this time does feel extremely tumultuous. It is rough around all the edges and in the center, and it is very challenging to navigate such rocky waters, such high emotions, such big things that are happening. I would like to let you know that the energy, the communication, and how we are moving through this period is extremely important. That not only with our words, our thoughts, and our emotions, but the energy that we're projecting into the world is helping to shift and shape. And yes, although things may look very dismal at this time, it is really important to be very conscious about how we're stepping and how we're moving through time and space, as the individual does still have an impact, no matter how he's showing me like being in the dark. No matter how much it feels like we don't. But that remember that even the smallest seed needs to make its way up to the light so it can truly sprout. Just like the oak tree, tiny little seed can bloom and blossom into a huge, magnificent, strong, very ancient, very wise oak tree. And so one person maybe doesn't make a difference in the individual, larger collective in the same way that certain things do, but know that one person makes an absolute difference in helping with the frequency. So please don't allow yourself to fall into the energetic trappings of fear. It is important to be realistic, but knowing that you can be realistic and knowing that you still have control over your thoughts, over your emotional state, even if it's hard, is important for the collective and the conscious people of the earth at this time to really embrace. It is a time to really get out all of the tools, all of the knowledge that you have, and start to utilize them on a very masterful level. It is time to become these masters so that you can really feel, show, and lead the way, not only for yourself, but for those within the community who are feeling really desperate, who are feeling really lost, sad, scared, unsure, unseen, unheard. It's important that those of you who are able to vibrate and still hold the light, still hold the energy at a level that is important for the collective, for the hearts, for the minds of all. Thank you. Okay, he's stepping back. Thank you, thank you. Um, and he's kind of shining this very light blue light to you, um, and he's offering you to work with this light. It's a very light blue, kind of similar to what we were breathing in, but it's a light blue with white in it. Um, and he's offering it as a tool for you to use on yourself and to just spread from you out into your environment, around the globe, through all the hearts of everyone, and beyond, encompassing in, going out from you, the world, into the cosmos, and just kind of blanketing everything, and you being the epicenter of this light and of gifting this out of just calm, kind of a reset of energy is what it feels like. Okay, thank you. How was that initial message for you? Notes and stuff.
It's good. Good.
Are you familiar with Archangel Gabriel?
Yes.
Okay. Um, Sorry, I'm just taking a little bit of notes. So, do you have any questions for him? Do you want anything clarified before we jump into your questions?
Oh, this is for Gabriel. Hmm. No.
Okay. Yeah, that's totally fine. Okay. What would you like to?
I appreciate your input.
Yeah. So, what questions do you have that you would like to ask, I guess, the guardians of your records?
Okay. What planets have I lived on?
Okay. Okay. So the guardians are showing me they're showing me 7 to 8, and I'm asking them why. What is a 7 to 8? And they're saying that there was a travel that happened between one of the planets when you were more like a molecule. So this was more like in the beginning of your like energetic existence. And so when we're looking at the Akashic records, we can have had many. I mean, we all have had many different types of incarnations, but that might not necessarily be in like a human type of form. And so they're showing me that you traveled as almost like a molecule or like a single celled type of organism, um, from one planet to another, but it was within that one lifespan. And so that's why they're saying 7 to 8. And so you've had, they're saying consciously, when you had more of a consciousness, that you spent a lot of time on the Pleiades. And they're saying that that is where you got a really strong sense of, they're saying righteousness, but of doing things in a very, like doing what is right, is what they're saying. And that because of how the Pleiadians are and especially were at that time, there was a sense of like harmony and balance, just as a nation or as a people. And so having this like high integrity for staying and doing things that were right, um, really made a huge impact on who you were or who you are. And so that has carried into all of these other lives that you've experienced. And so it's been really hard for you. They're saying hard, but just difficult when you witness things that are not um, of a harmonious action. It's hard for you. You viscerally have these experiences of this is wrong. And
Yeah.
so understanding that, like you just don't understand it because that's not how you've been, and that's not how you operate. And so um, that sense of they keep saying righteousness, so that sense of righteousness and like doing, doing what is right for yourself, for the greater good, um, started many years, like lifetimes ago, and it's carried on. And so it's been yeah, they're just saying like it's, a lot of the reasons why you've had a hard time just like understanding certain types of human behaviors in this life, understanding things, has been because of this deep love that you learned about that in this past life on the Pleiades. And you had a few lifetimes there.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Okay.
So, how many times have I been a healer and an artist?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Um, so you have always do you ever sing, or did you ever do singing or like music stuff?
This lifetime, a lot of singing.
Okay, yeah, because they're showing me like sound vibration. So you've had a sense of creativity, and it's shifted, depending on what you're wanting to do with it. Um, but that it's been like a healing form for you. So whether you are intentionally healing or you're doing art and it's healing you, you've had both forms. They're saying it's been four lifetimes, going back four different lifetimes. Um,
Or recent lifetimes?
uh, yes, actually, it's the four most recent, and this would be the fifth. So this is the fifth incarnation. So they're
Okay.
showing me four past lifetimes, and that it started with singing, and you were singing and you realized how powerful that was, how it shifted the energy in yourself. And I feel like I'm hearing a choir, so you're singing like with other people, and how just the energy and magnitude of singing with other people, that
Mm.
there was a huge shift there, and that is something that you carried on. You realized you could heal through music, that it was energy, and that yeah, that sort of carried through. And it's I see it like morphing into different types of art or different types of healing, but that is where you kind of, that first sprouted, the healing and art was, I guess it would be five if we're including this time,
Well,
lifetimes ago. Yeah.
you nailed it because, yeah, I've started out singing in this lifetime
Oh wow.
and had a
Yeah.
singing partner and I play piano. And
Yeah.
so, so, one other question about my art currently. I have
Mhm.
a series of art paintings that I did that I call my decades,
Mhm.
which I've recorded American cultural history by decades, and they're large.
Mhm.
Um, I'd like to know if you see me selling them in my lifetime while I'm alive.
Mhm. Um so they're showing me having and I think I saw something recently where you like had a gallery or you're doing like an art show or something. I don't know if those were in there, but they're showing me like getting them out so people can see them, so they can hear the story about them, so that it's it's more than just seeing the art. It's like they understand, the intention of creating them, the meaning behind them, like really hearing you talk about these pieces, because they're saying, your guardians are saying, it's more than just the art, it's the story, it's the history, but it's a history through you that you channeled to create these, and that it's important for people to hear it, because somebody will be very drawn to that, and it'll be a combination of you, the energy, and the art. And so, um, like they're
Like
saying,
or something like that, do it, put it online, because I don't think it's, most normal people are, they don't have, they're not engaging in that kind of a thing.
yeah. Yes, you could. You could definitely do online. That feels like a yes. Um, However it is that you market it. So, okay, so they're saying you could do online where take photos, like good images of the art, and then you're either doing like a voiceover talking about the art as each photo is there. So it almost is like a movie where people feel really engaged in what they're looking at. um, or they're saying, or you could show the images, and then you're talking about it, and then it kind of looks at you, um, and you're explaining the story, the reasoning, the inspiration, and kind of all those details. And they keep saying, like a story, like they want you to share it like a story, like from your heart, with that passion, with your energy infused with talking about this artwork that you did, because they're saying, once again, like people can see things, but when there's an emotional and like an understanding attached to why this was created or what this is about, if it's not already self-explanatory. And even when it is self-explanatory, people are nosy, is what your guardians are saying. Like people are nosy and they want to know all the details.
Oh, who works for Disney saw them and got excited about them and said that they need paintings right now in one of their buildings.
Mm-hmm.
He was going to uh, tell the people who are in charge of buying
Oh,
about. I have a pamphlet that I made that
yeah.
has a story about each one of them and
Uh-huh.
stuff. What do you see, that is anything going to culminate from that?
um so I don't have access to other people's records, so just looking into, um like, it just feels like it's up in the air, because the decision is not yours right now. You already did your part in showing them it, and now, like, whatever happens is like the ball's in their court, is what how it's presenting to me right now, because this is a relationship type of dynamic, and so I only have access to your
Okay.
energy. But um they're saying what you can do is reach out. So if it hasn't been, if it's been a little, like a couple weeks or something, that you can always reach out and touch base with this person. There's Your guardians are saying that will actually be welcomed. So
Okay.
if you haven't, just reach out, and what your guardians are saying is, if you want to tell this person, like, hey, like I can, if it's the director or his boss or something, that you can personally have a conversation to his boss or whoever's in charge about the story, the importance of these pieces, so that they're getting it from you, because there's this huge that your guardians are saying there's a big element of you and your energy in explaining and showing these
Okay.
pieces. So you know, um, whether or not they're like, oh yeah, talk to my boss, even if it's over the phone or whatever. But if they don't, that's fine too. But your guardians are saying, like, to check in with them and to offer that, if you're comfortable doing that.
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I have another question.
Uh huh.
Is there any chance you guys know why my son hates me?
Oh. Um. So I am, once again, I don't have access to his energy in the sense of like I can't open his records. I have access to the relationship based off of you and your relationship. What I'm getting is that it's not hate, it's a resentment. Um, and it feels like it stems from not understanding him. Um,
Me not understanding him?
that there's like an something about you guys not understanding each other. So I don't know if you don't understand him or if he doesn't understand you, but it feels like there's this.
He thinks I'm crazy.
Okay, yeah, it just feels like that there's some kind of resentment about understanding is what I'm able to get. Um,
Hmm.
yeah, and so in order for me to get the specifics, oh, um, you have fireworks behind you. That was so interesting.
I did?
Wow, that yeah, I don't know if it was something on your phone, but all of a
No,
sudden, oh,
it might
that
find me. I don't.
oh, that is so weird. Okay, well, what time is it? 1:22. When you
No,
look
I
at
think
this
it's.
again,
I think it's just us. Something.
it totally oh, that is so weird. Did you see that too?
No, I didn't. But
Oh.
my. It's been weird. My weird stuff has been happening a lot, so I don't know.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. You went black, but I could see your silhouette and it was like fireworks were coming off of you.
Oh, that's my energy field. That's weird. They showed you my energy field. That's bizarre.
That is so funny. I've never seen that. It was like, oh, something must be wrong. And I thought maybe were getting a call or a text and it was just like fireworks.
Showed
Like
you what did it look like?
it was like black and you had like so it sort of went black and then it was like you had purple, like pink and like teal
And
fireworks. Yeah.
okay,
Huh.
cool.
Well, I'm curious now if it's going to be on the recording. I'm going to I
Oh,
want to go
because
look
you're.
at that cuz I'm recording it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're. Oh, I thought it was just the words you're recording. You're recording the whole thing. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
I'm doing a whole video screen share. Yeah. Um, oh, that's so
Okay.
interesting.
And I do have just one more question, I think, because
Yeah.
we talked about 2025 and all of that.
Yeah.
The other question is that my body has taken on a lot of polyps and
Mm-hmm.
uh, what's the other word for them? Uh, tumors.
Oh, yeah.
Tumors and polyps. They're like everywhere.
Yeah.
And I am trying to figure out exactly what is doing that. How did I draw that to me? And what,
Mm-hmm.
at first I thought, maybe it's the people that have been in my life and all of the abuse that I've gone
Mm-hmm.
through. Recently that kind of came in, but I want to know if you can see what's happened.
Yeah. So, what I can feel them. Like when I'm in the energy, I can feel this growth. It's like growth, but holding on. Um, and what the guardians are saying that it is exactly that. It's like there's the aspects of you that are growing, but then parts of you are like holding on to uh, elements of yourself. Like so they're showing me your dimensional bodies. We have our ego aspect, our mental aspect, inner child, emotional body, spiritual body. And so they're saying that your spiritual body, your emotional body, and your inner child are trying to hold on to they're trying to hold on to something, um, and that they're growing and they want to be growing, but they're not letting something go, and so it's this like it's so interesting. Because they're all willingly expanding, they're all willingly doing this work to like getting working through traumas that you've done, doing all this healing that you've done. So it's like this willingness, but there's still something that they're holding on to that they're not letting go of. Um, and what the guardians are saying that is that you can talk to them, going and meeting them if you've never done that. But going to these bodies individually and then getting them together like a little meeting and letting them know that it is it's okay that they can let this go, whatever it is. If it's a feeling that they're afraid of letting go, if there's some kind of resistance, but just letting them know that it's totally safe, and that they can relax and release this, whatever it
You,
is.
you just nailed it. Because
Oh,
I grew up and there were moments where I didn't feel safe.
okay. Yeah. Yeah. So it's definitely, it feels like you have this incredible expansion, and I can feel all of the work that you've done. So it's not like they're not growing, but they're just holding on to something. And so and yeah, about letting them know that it's safe
Okay.
to let that go, and then it's safe to release that, because you want them on board so that you guys are growing and healing and maturing together, and that you can really be moving through life now as balanced as you can. But you know that they can put that stuff down. It's no longer needed. And they're also, your guardians are also saying to let them, like, say thank you to them, because they've been doing this thinking that it was the right thing to do. And they're saying it's tied back to that Pleiadian aspect where, it's like they almost, they're behaving like kids that are like trying to be right, but they're not always necessarily right, but they're like trying to do the right thing, and like, maybe they tattletale all the time, but and it's like, okay, or it's like these funny behaviors. And so they're saying, acknowledge that what they've been doing, they, to them, it was the best that they knew how to do or that they could do, but that, you've evolved, and that it's okay, they can release it. um, and I keep hearing music again, so if you haven't sang, maybe try singing today, you know just belt it
Right.
out.
Sinus thing that's happened.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not gone away and it doesn't seem to clear. And it's, I don't know what
Yeah.
happened. But it's, I had surgery because I had a growth in my duodenum. I call it
Oh,
duodenum.
yeah. Yeah.
And put in a metal clamp kind of
Mm-hmm.
thing. And it's still in there.
Yeah.
And I feel everything, which is really not fun. But
Yeah.
so now it's kind of got around it, obviously, and I've in my polyp has grown back,
Yeah. Yeah.
so that's not helping anything either. And I think so. It's from my digestion because my digestion is probably messing up my sinuses. So I don't get to sing very well
Mm-hmm.
because I'm all mucusy.
Yeah. Well, they're saying, that it's, the guardians are saying, like, it's not about having the perfect pitch, or that, but that there's a healing in releasing vocally for you, and that there's something healing in just vocally getting whatever out. Like, even if it's just, they're showing me just like doing something, or like creating some kind of rhythm with sound with your voice, but just to get that movement energetically through your body.
Yeah, it's a
um,
little frustrating because I used to be able to sing like Barbara Streisand.
oh, yeah. Yeah, it's hard. Yeah.
Because I mean, I get going and then my voice goes, "Bleh," and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. Well, don't, they're saying, once again, like, it's about the energy and the movement within your
I
body. Yeah. And, try not to judge yourself for where you are now.
really nailed it. That
Yeah.
and I figured I was Pleiadian, and you nailed it
Oh.
because I do have that sense of righteousness where I get righteously pissed off when people are cray cray.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
what is wrong with you? And I see
Mm.
myself doing that,
Yeah.
and I don't understand it. You nailed it. I
Mm-hmm.
really don't understand how people don't get a
Mm-hmm.
lot of things that I think should be just
Yeah.
natural for people to get. And my
Mm-hmm.
daughter's the same way. Actually, both my kids are
Mm-hmm.
the people who um, try really hard to do the right thing all the
Mm-hmm.
time,
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
the time. See it. I've never met anybody who tries harder than my children
Yeah.
to do the right thing. And it's, my son and I aren't talking, so it breaks my heart. But in the same breath, if it's really uncomfortable for him to have me in his life, then he's got to do that, and I
Mm-hmm.
just have to allow it. But it's, it's this life has been my life. This life has been full of challenges, one right after the other. I'm a
Yeah.
Kriyaban yogi, and I was thinking maybe that was what was causing it because I'm clearing my karma
Yeah.
or whatever. But
Mhm.
it's just been really challenging, and this last thing with this Trump thing is
Mhm.
just like it's the whipped cream and the icing and the
Yeah.
cherry.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, keep it coming. I'm so over it. I just come on, give me a break here.
Yeah.
And I've been working on healing. When I lived in upstate New York, I was working healing Lake Erie, and
Mhm.
I've been healing large bodies of everything for a
Yeah.
long time, best I could
Yeah.
in my direction. But it's like I'm getting tired of this,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know. And I want to feel safe. And this whole thing with Trump, it makes me feel completely the opposite.
Mhm.
And I'm sure that I'm not the only one. There's
Yeah.
48%.
Yeah. Yeah. You're not. And the guardians of your records, they're bringing up that what Archangel Gabriel had said, because he's kind of showing up again and saying like, this is the time. I mean, and he's saying that there's been many times for you in this life, but right now, like in this moment, to like become that master, like step into that mastery of all of the tools, all of the things, all of the knowing that and information that because you feel it to be true. It's, of bringing that light into your body. And they're saying like get into that Pleiadian mindset, that energy where it is of harmony, and they're saying that what's happening is there's this disconnect because of what you are seeing, what you're, experiencing in this real physical body, but that you still, even though what's going on out here is affecting your inside, and that you do your best to try to control what you are feeling inside right now, because um, there's like a trigger mechanism happening for a lot of people, and so they're saying, for those of us, you and I included, like really being that light, and just feeling that light, because that is something that we can do right now. And if we can just feel that and not get into, I mean, there's a time and a place to be angry, to this and that, but in this moment, what does our anger do? In this moment, what does our fear do? It just makes us feel afraid. It's not like proactive. And so what can we do in this moment to feel better, to be proactive, to try to get some sense of clarity, so that, you know, we can kind of shift something within ourselves, and then shift people we're talking to or interacting with.
Yeah, they
Um,
say that we signed on for this.
well, yeah, I mean, there's certain aspects of that are, it's not necessarily like we're like, okay, we want to experience this exact thing. It's like what like through the records, it's kind of like, well, we wanted to experience what wisdom was, or we want to experience finding that unconditional love, or finding this strength within us, this resiliency. And what better way to do all these things than have a bunch of shit experiences? Then it's like, okay, you get to climb yourself out of these things, and then you can feel and know and understand, and know that you are strong, know that you have this wisdom, know that you are this shining light when everything is dark. It's like, you have to, all right, the guardians are saying you have to go through these experiences, and they're generally speaking in broad terms, for uh, you know for us to understand, because there is this like polarity, duality type of energy within the universe already exists. But it's not like negative positive, it's just like dense energy, lighter energy. And that it's always on a spectrum, and it's always kind of in flux. and that it's like for us in the physical world right now, in the 3D world, we get to have this conscious choice of how we are using and creating our energy. And so we're like little battery packs of energy. And so what are we going to do with this? What kind of power are we going to power on? Are we going to power ourselves into a denser energy, or are we going to power our being into something that's, you know, I don't know, better or lighter, whatever. But
I think it's a heart thing.
yeah,
I think it's all a heart thing. I think we need to like learn to feel love.
yeah,
Feel love starting with yourself, like fully, and then
absolutely. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, yeah.
fully conscious
Mm-hmm.
of that consciousness, which is, the creator consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have that to give, and it's just without the judgment. And so the judgment is it's like you're looking at this world going, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
So and then you have to back off and go, well, there's a reason. Okay, but they killed so many people in so many other wars. Why do we keep doing this? When are we going to learn? How are we
Yeah.
going to? I mean, I can't change another human being. The only thing that I can do, the only thing any of us can
Yeah.
do, is hold a light
Mm-hmm.
and hold the love and
Yeah.
hold and it's just that's my challenge, and it's probably most people's challenge, no matter how expanded we get.
Mm-hmm.
It's when you can get the full consciousness of love, I think you've got it. But
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what we're the the lesson is, I
Mm-hmm.
guess, if
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
will.
Yeah. So what the guardians are, right now, they're saying like try to do that for yourself today and for the next couple days. Is really focus yourself. They're showing me that beam of light that they invited you to walk into, because every session is so different and unique, and sometimes there's a healing, sometimes there's not. It's very dependent on the individual and the energy between us. And so, the guardians are bringing up this column of light again, and they're saying, you can go into this column of light in your heart space anytime. You could just see it there and walk into it and feel it filling up your heart and radiating outwards, and just be in this light with this feeling for, and sustain this image, this feeling, whether you're washing the dishes, making some food, just relaxing on your chair, or taking a walk, just sustain that feeling and that image and that energy as much as you can for the next few days to help yourself, and in turn, by helping yourself, it just that energy goes out, and that it is contagious. So we need to be little lights right now. So
Yeah, I had a dream, I guess it was the other night, where my eyes were shooting energy.
yeah,
They were shooting energy, and because I work with it this way,
yeah,
but my eyes were shooting energy out, and I didn't know what I was,
yeah, yeah,
why that
yeah,
image came into my head of what was happening with
yeah,
me.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, you are very much they're saying manipulating the energy, but not in like a manipulative way, but that you work with energy, you're moving it around, you're shifting it around, and that through that the energy also does go through your eyes. So where and when you tap into that consciousness of like, oh wow, light is coming through my eyes, and you start playing around with like almost seeing or imagining like that wherever your eyes go there's like a beam of light, and that
Yeah,
this light is love, or that this light is whatever it is that you're wanting to put the intention into it.
that
And yeah,
focus on
so
the intention.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
that's what. Like, wait, what's this? What are we doing here?
yeah. Yeah. um but let's go ahead and close your records.
All right. Well, thank you
Okay,
so much.
you're welcome. So join me in closing your eyes again,
Okay.
and we're just gonna thank the guardians of your records for offering their wisdom, love, guidance, clarity, understanding. I want to thank Archangel Gabriel for also coming in and offering his words of love and guidance, and offering you the blue color to work with.
Mhm.
Thank you, thank you. I ask Archangel Michael to step in, cut any and all ties between us so that your energy fully goes back to yourself and my energy comes back to me. I ask that he untangle, untie, untether anything that no longer serves Babette, remove them by their roots, and throw them into the universal space of love. Anything known and unknown, real or imagined in any direction of time and space, just to clear out anything that she is ready and willing to release so that she can move a little lighter, breathe a little deeper, feel a little more balanced, a little more centered. He has this giant net of golden light that he's very gently and lovingly moving through your body. So, from above your head, going down through your body, your energetic field, your auric field, and anything that's still kind of stuck, ready to leave, but just kind of stuck. Anything this golden net touches, it instantly dissolves. We're just moving through, just doing another sweep through. I have a little bit of light language that wants to come through, so I will allow this, and it's going to help with facilitating, just shifting the energy a little bit. Nyahai shiaka hamai nyaka hai shioko hoi yahamai nyaka hai yashaka. It's nyahai yaiks yako hoi shiahai miyaka ha. Iyai nits yaka hai yohoi shiahai yokoho. Inyahai yashiaka hai yokohoi yaka hai shnika. Inits nyaka haits nyaka its nyaka hiyoshiko. Ayakasha. Okay, thank you, thank you. I ask for healing angels to please step in, gently heal, repair, rebalance any of the areas where stuff was removed. Thank you, thank you. Just intuitively go to these areas to restore her heart, restore her strength, restore her semblance of being. Thank you. They're wrapping you up in like a almost like iridescent-y bubble.
Mm.
And they want to hold this cocoon or bubble of light and energy around you for, they're saying 7 to 10 days. So if this is something you're okay with, you can say yes. If not, it's
Yes.
fine.
Yes.
Okay. All right, thank you. Okay, your records are closed and you can open your eyes when you're ready. Um,
Are you
sorry?
are you native?
Am I
Native?
native? I have a native, well, Peruvian blood. So my dad's from Peru. But yeah.
That's so cool. I did a whole painting of uh Peru.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I sold it a long time ago, but I should show you a picture someday.
Yeah, I would love that. Yeah. Yeah,
That's
my
so interesting.
yeah, it is.
Yeah, no, that when you did your other language,
Mhm.
that resonated with my body, and I went did the chill thing like all up and down. It just was like woo,
Yeah.
like
Oh,
whoa.
good. Good.
That's why I was wondering because I'm pretty sure I've been native in other lifetimes.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess that's something we could have asked when we were in there, but another time.
It,
Yeah. Yeah.
it I can feel it, so it's
Yeah,
probably
you know. Yeah. Um, well, it was a pleasure to meet you and finally connect with you. And, you know, remember our intention, our focus. We have choices no matter what is going on around us. And I hope that you are able to walk away, you know, from the session today just with a little bit more sense of light.
it's just like off the charts right this minute.
Yeah.
Feel it. I'm just buzzing.
Oh, good. Good.
But like the whole thing is like,
Yeah. Well,
but
keep that energy, you know, and whatever you do, remember that we can be super meticulous and conscious with our what we're tuning into, what we're feeding our body, our brain, our, you know, our focus. And so you know, my records are still open, and so they're reminding me to remind you about going and sitting in that column of light and just filling up your heart with love. because that'll be really helpful for the next couple days. So
Thank you so
you're
much.
welcome. I appreciate it.
What about you?
Uh-huh.
Are you living where you want to live? And is that going to last you? And have you got plans to move somewhere else eventually?
You know, we're in a condo apartment thing. It is they raise the rents. We didn't realize that they were going to raise the rents every year. So we we are ideally trying to find another spot. Yeah.
But renting?
Yeah, I mean, we would love to own, but I know I since I had my third child, I still like the only work or income money that's coming in is through sessions, um, which is something, but not enough to buy a house, and not and so my husband's the main breadwinner right now, and um, we would love to buy a house. That is something that is like
But call Tina again.
okay.
You have her number still. If
I
not,
think
I'll
I
find.
do. Okay.
Call her again and tell her that you've got an income coming in now from doing what you're doing,
Mm-hmm.
what your husband's is, and if you can get into anything, because even though we've kind of hit a lull
Yeah.
price wise, coming up and down, you're kind
Mm-hmm.
of flat
Yeah.
right now. This is California, and as long as we're still America, which I don't know how long we're going to be America, but
Yeah. Yeah.
we are still the consciousness of most mankind here is still business as usual, and
Yeah.
that's this Trump headspace. They're
Yeah.
still wanting to just
Plunk
you
along. Yeah.
so that
Yeah.
tells me the interest rates are going to go back up. Everything's
Yeah.
going to get
Yeah.
everything go back
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
So if you can get into anything.
Okay. Yeah, I will. Yeah, that is something that we would you know, that's the dream. That's for us, It's like if we have our family, we would love to have our own space and not have and if we're giving somebody money, it's towards our mortgage, not to make
There are
somebody else rich, but
around, like especially in Fillmore in the
yeah.
sixes.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, my aunt lives in Fillmore, my grandma, I used to go to Fillmore all the time growing up. But yeah, we haven't found figured that out yet.
If you could do something like that just to get in.
Hmm.
And did your mom do something? Did she figure out what she was going to do?
She's renting, so she's still in the rent mindset. And yeah, she's in Santa Barbara still.
Oh,
Um,
she's in Santa Barbara.
yeah, yeah. So she's still there. But yeah, I mean, thanks for checking in, and I will reach out to Tina. I'm pretty sure it's still in an email. I have an email. I don't think I got rid of it, but if I don't, I'll reach out to you again.
So tell me how I can I Venmo you?
Yeah, yeah, I have Venmo. I can text you my Venmo info after we get off.
Yeah,
Oh, you
do
know what?
that.
Let me and please